Hello, and thanks for visiting Neena Expressions. This channel is dedicated to healing and transformation through the lens of artistic expression. In today's video, I'll be chatting with Madera Rogers-Henry, CFO of the Recycle Challenge in New Orleans. I met Madera over 8 years ago at First Friday at Tesoro Art Gallery that once resided in the Santa Fe Arts District in Denver. This beautiful gallery was the artistic concept of Elizabeth Pascal, a dear mutual friend. I performed Raven Speaks quite a bit at her gallery. The Recycle Challenge is a hybrid multisensory pop-up experience that incorporates green and sustainable practices into community actions or a completed body of artwork. The unique showcase draws an adventure to a global initiative around reducing trash pollution through recycling and repurposing into a fun and family-oriented experience. Please join us live or online. I'll be in the parade on April 21st, and I'll be reading 2 of my newest poems on April 23rd between 7 and 9 p.m. at Cafe Istanbul. Please see the description box to make a donation to this important cause. See you soon. Enjoy.
Got it. Okay. So,
Hello, please introduce yourself.
well, I'm Madera Rogers-Henry of Cycle Challenge here in New Orleans, Louisiana. And I wanted to take you guys inside of St. Roch's Market, where we'll be doing the Recycle Challenge, Parade and Fest. Are you guys going to be out here for a while? Oh, I was going to say, watch my car. No, you guys are funny. I'm messing with you. Okay,
So Madera, tell us about the Recycle Challenge.
Well, the Recycle Challenge is a 6-day event that is taking place. So let me just kind of show you. So this is, St. Roch's is pretty busy. And this is us over here. So we have a full-fledged recycling station inside St. Roch's Market. That's a recycling and crafting station. And we actually, let me see if I can actually turn this around. I don't think I can. I know to do some things really well, but not on Zoom. But we actually do things that we've been here in St. Roch's for about 4 to 6 months, which is a wonderful place because we have access to all these really amazing food vendors. But the things that we're crafting are things like paper tops, really cool gowns. Okay, so we really are doing some really off the chart stuff in regards to thinking about recycling and repurposing and what that could look like. I'm going to go back outside in the car because I won't hear you as well inside. There's a lot of activity, and I'm glad it's kind of slowed down because a moment ago you wouldn't have heard. We would have both sound like, I can't hear you. Because it was inundated with like people. So it has sparks, sparks of people coming in and out. So this is the best place for me in regards to doing interviews in my car. Because
awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I know you're super busy. Tell us when the event is happening.
I'd be glad to. So starting April the 18th, Tuesday, beginning at 12:18 a.m. We will be starting with, we currently have an online voting experience for the milliners of Nigeria, to where anyone can go to our webpage and click on Nigerian hat competition and see the work that they're doing as far as creating hats from paper and other fibers. I've been working with them for 2 years on Zoom. This year coming up, I will actually be going to Nigeria and actually seeing the milliners and working with them for the first time. So I know many of them because they're like my planning team in Nigeria. So it's been really amazing. So we have this contest, and then we start on the 18th with our first, what we call Procession walk. And we'll be taking people backstage with myself, one of my other team members, which I thought would be joining, but she may be here sooner or later. But we're going to be walking with another queen. There's going to be 3 or 4 queens of us starting at one location in a part of New Orleans called the Bywaters neighborhood. And then we'll be walking through on the street, on Royal Street, passing by 3 to 5 businesses picking up trash. And they've already got trash for us waiting where we can pick it up, put it in our truck, and we actually keep moving. But the goal is to walk the path, the recycle path, which is oftentimes a very lonely path, because it's really about not the trend of recycling, but the action of being mindful and intentional about reducing waste that goes to the landfill. Our commitment is to reduce 100%. Right now, we're only producing 99% of the trash, right? We're reducing 99% of everything we get. So everything we get donated, we're recycling it either into hats, into costumes, into jewelry, into, we call them here in New Orleans, throws. It's part of the New Orleans Mardi Gras culture, but we're making gives, and our gives are hand fans to bracelets, to unusual things, to really cool things. So we're able to see this beautiful picture of reducing trash from landfills by 99%. So that's what's happening. And so all day, every day we have, Wednesday, we have a burlesque queen that's doing a performance up the street. Thursday, we're doing things with youth in schools. We have about 30 children and their parents where we're actually doing food reviews, where we're introducing new foods to them, and they get the chance to taste and sample, but they're writing a food review together of what that feels like. And then Friday is our procession, where you will be here, but you're actually going to be wearing a glass dress with your sari, all glass, and you're representing glass half full. So you're going to be doing your poetry, and we're actually going to try to put that together because we figured a quick way to put it together.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
So that's Friday. And then Saturday is all day from 1 p.m. to 10. We have another section of St. Roch's, which is a gated area with an intimate setting where all our bands are going to be lined up. But on the inside of St. Roch's, we'll have bands like, we're featuring about 5 different bands from 2 o'clock to like 6:30. And then we're featuring 1 band out front, but most of the day there's presentations and discussions around recycling and what things are happening in our Louisiana, from the folks from Cancer Alley talking about what's happening. We have someone calling in from Costa Rica. And we're hoping to get someone from Congo that we partner with. So it's really a day to celebrate Earth Day in a global manner. And the way we close it out is Sunday. We have a fashion experience from 5 o'clock to 7. And then immediately after that, we go right across the street to the poetry, Repurposed and Refueled, that you'll be participating on as well. And that's kind of our 6-day recycle cleanse program. You know, we're trash talking, but we're also thoughtfully making sure that we're asking people to purge themselves and do things that should stimulate recycling.
Wow, this sounds amazing on so many levels. So how did you start, like, with this idea? What was your mission and vision? Like, how did you start this whole idea? I remember when I was there in 2017 and it was a smaller gathering, but now it sounds like it has grown into something with so many partners and so many different things.
It is.
So how did you start?
Well, I started with that concept that you came in several years back before COVID. And that was
Right.
also the part I started there in Denver called the Green Journey series.
Right.
And
Right.
so we still have the Green Journey series, but we haven't done anything since COVID because there has to be a perfect timing to reintroduce it back. And the
True.
way that we're reducing it back is to be part of a partnership with the Recycle Challenge, right? Because they're
Hmm.
two different branding. Even though I'm the same co-founder or founder on each of them, it's very important to understand the Recycle Challenge is a bigger scope. The Green Journey series acts as a 1 day market experience. But with the Recycle Challenge, it is truly a campaign around recycling and repurposing and introducing the consumer to understand that the way that you recycle is not the way that we're being taught. We're
Hmm.
taught to take our stuff out to the curb and we expect to getting it recycled. In many cases, your things are not getting recycled. They're being captured and put into the bin that the trash men take. And sometimes they put it in a recycling chute, but most time they put it back in the garbage. So all of
Wow.
that work you did is going back to the landfill in many cases. Now, what I cannot say is the actual statistics around which cities actually repurpose and reduce. That's something I'll be working on. But I
Mhm.
can tell you, based upon discussion, many consumers are clear that when they see their stuff being recycled, they're noticing that things are going right back in the garbage can. I mean, the
That's
garbage aspect.
interesting. That's interesting because I take my recycling straight to the recycling bin. I don't even take it to the curb. So maybe I had a sixth sense about that or something.
Well, it's important to know that, it would be better if you could go to a recycling center and
Hmm.
take it and see them doing something with it. And that has spawned the idea that I have here at St. Roch's. We've been collaborating with St. Roch's on the Green Journey series for many years. And for the
I'm so
last,
excited to go back there.
well, when you see it, it's a completely different New Orleans. In a way it's good, in a way it's indifferent, sometimes it's not so good, but the people remain very hopeful and vibrant like they always have been.
Yeah.
um so the actual origin of the Recycle Challenge stemmed from the Green Journey series created there in Denver, uh, on it's still a small scale, right? Even though it's bigger, it is technically still a smaller scale.
Hmm.
But instead of it being like 20 to 30 people, it's like, like 100 to 200 to 300 people on a small scale.
Yeah.
um, because we still are doing things that in one event we might have 10 people, in another event we might have 30 people, in another event we might have 80 people. So we're still developing the market for getting people, but it is a far, far come along vision than the day when we were doing our food review tasting across the street at the healing center when you were here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember, like, I'm trying to think of who brought us together. Was it Elizabeth at Tesoro? Is
Yes,
that
it
where we
was
met?
Elizabeth at Tesoro. That's exactly who it was. Um,
Okay.
she was doing an event. We met there. That's what I remember. I could be wrong. Won't be the
First
first time.
Friday. I think it
It
was
was, it
First
was, it
Friday.
was a First Friday art walk. That's right.
Mhm.
It
Right.
was. It was. So
Right.
that's kind of how you and I met. And then from there, you changed your name. I say, hey, Raven Speaks. They're like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like, Raven, forget this. Whatever your name is, it's Raven Speaks.
Right.
And I see that it has stuck with you. Because I don't even think of yourself as Neena. Who's this Neena contacting me? And they're like, oh, it's Raven Speaks. I go, oh, okay. I
Well,
remember you
thank
as
you.
Raven
I,
Speaks.
I want to say thank you so much for that, for seeing the artist in me and for really, giving me an opportunity to celebrate that with you and in your experience in the Recycle Challenge and in everything that you're doing. I really want to say thank you for that.
Well, my pleasure. And I'm about to blush, so you should probably change the conversation really quick. I don't take
Aw,
compliments really well.
well,
I'm
you're
like,
amazing. You are amazing, and I want people to know about your work. And I would like to ask, so you
mhm,
have an online version as well as the live
yes,
version. So
yes.
how are all the ways that people can engage with the Recycle Challenge?
Okay, so there's several ways. If it's in person, you can donate. If you come to the event and you want to be here, you can donate, you get in. But you can donate and bring a recycled item, and then you get a pass to something else, right? Because
Okay.
bringing recycled material is really cool. And then you can buy a ticket to a certain kind of event because someone might be coming just to hear their favorite band, and you're going to buy a ticket just for that, but you get some other a la carte things. And then someone is a VIP and they're going to come and they want to stick in that guarded, that area that's going to be wrapped around this wooden area. They can stay over there and know that we'll take care of their needs, right? So that's the in person. But online, the way that people can join, I'll be sending people links. Anyone who wants to sign up can direct message me on my Instagram or through you. And we start with inviting them to be online in, like, say, for instance, Friday night's Procession parade. What we'll
Okay.
do behind the scenes is like this. You'll see me talking, you'll see one of the queens talking, and you'll literally be walking with us as we stop by each place. And you'll maybe walk in and see some different insights to different places. So you can go, oh, this is really cool. Like, wow, this is great. They're giving me this walk. Or like, we're walking down Royal Street now. We're heading to Elysian Fields, and it's called the Marigny neighborhood. And this is what it looks like. And then you'll hear us chanting and talking because many, like our one queen from Jamnola is an opera singer. So the goal for us is to create our voices as noise. But as you can hear, my voice is going. My voice is not what it used to be. I get so tired that my voice is like, it starts to strain on me. And it's because after COVID, you don't use your muscles that much. You don't use your
Mhm.
voice muscles. So I was losing my voice muscles, and I'm now beginning to have them be strong again. Because
Awesome.
if you're not talking that much, you lose your speaking.
Right.
So we'll be singing and taking people backstage with us and talking while we're online with you. So you're going to actually be intimate with us to where you'll see the walk. You'll be able to ask questions very informally. So that's what the look of it could be. Anyone can come on. We're asking people to make a donation starting at like $5, and people to just know that what we're attempting to do is raise money for our nonprofit, which is Literacy Project International, whose magazine, which I had there in Denver for some 14 years at the schools I worked with.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's really important that we're trying to still start that here, because the educational system is completely different from Denver.
Oh,
Like, imagine you make a contact, but you've got to go through a lot of different hoops because you're also dealing with a school district or districts that have only charter schools. There's no
oh,
independent schools.
oh,
None,
wow.
none. Like,
Wow. That is so different.
and it's happened because of Katrina.
I
Because
see.
when people came back, what they did was change the educational system. I was not here when that happened, but the story I've heard is that they fired many of the teachers from the teachers union and replaced them with one of those organizations that came in and brought in inexperienced teachers, where people who had been tenured lost their opportunity. And then unbeknownst, there became a charter system with all of the schools. So you kind of have to sit here and go, wow, what kind of energy is that, right? So
Yes.
it's very devastating when you're dealing in a city that is so vibrant, but with so many it's like obstacles. I mean,
Mhm.
if you're a sprinter, you can jump over a hurdle, you can increase your speed, you can do all of that. But what if you're a paraplegic and you had to run a race?
Wow.
You'd be at a disadvantage. And there's a lot of disadvantaged people. And I don't mean I do mean there's some folks who are economically disadvantaged, but there's education is I was just talking to an artist now where people just don't understand recycling, but New Orleans happens to have a really amazing vibe. When you look at
Yes.
Mardi Gras, they recycle, but they don't think of it as recycling. They just do it because it's part of a necessity. And that is part of the aura, the vibe around recycling, upcycling, repurposing, vintage, whatever we're calling it. That circular economy is the vibrant aspect of New Orleans, because you will find many of the culture bearers are people who take their costumes and they're repurposing, with the exception of the masking Indians. The masking Indians make a new suit every year for Mardi Gras, or should we say, not for Mardi Gras, but for walking in neighborhoods for, we call it Super Bowl Sunday. Um,
Mhm.
we've, being here in New Orleans, people presume that the Mardi Gras Indians are for Mardi Gras. There was a period where Mardi Gras Indians couldn't even integrate into Mardi Gras because it was segregated. So the only way
Wow.
that it can happen is when they walk their own community. They walk the walk in the community. And that's
Mhm.
why we're doing the procession, because we still haven't found our community, but right now, St. Roch's is our community. Many of our
Feels like it.
partners are here. And
Yeah.
so we can literally just walk from Bywaters through Marigny to another business and know that we're welcomed because we're picking up our trash. So we're asking people to get out your trash. So this is the week to get out your trash. Um,
Wow. This is a
so it
great cause. Thank you for doing this.
absolutely, it wasn't me, Nina. And when I start saying that, it's really about being spirit led.
Yeah,
Um,
I understand that.
yeah, I'm just the vehicle, right? I'm just the conduit that's linking it all together. And I'm blessed that I am. But when it was given to me as an idea, I was on my deathbed. You remember me telling you I had almost
Yes.
died?
Yes.
Um, and there I was in the hospital. Unbeknownst to me, this thing called COVID was really running rampant. I was trying to survive. And in my sleep, I was getting messages about this new platform that I needed to do and how it needed to look, and what it was called. Um, and whenever I get those messages, I listen to them because I believe they're spirit, and
Right.
spirit gives me directions on what I should do.
Yeah.
Um, I listen to spirit saying to me, this is the concept, this is what it needs to do. And the way that I understand that I've got my back covered in the universe is so many amazing people have come to, I can say, my rescue when I needed things. They're
Mhm.
there, like the partnerships I cannot tell you how how humbling and touching it is for me to partner with people who treat our partnerships like we're best friends.
I love that.
It's really beautiful, and many of them, like with Core New Orleans, that is one of the ways. That's one of my partnerships that I have. Um, it's rich, it's beautiful. It's that India, I can't tell. It's rich, it's really provocative, it's so humbling that when this person, which is, her name is Latoya, and she's the manager over Core New Orleans. There's other cores all over the world.
Mhm.
If I needed something, I don't even have to say it because pretty much he's already got it, right? He's, oh, I
Wow.
already got it. No, it's already done. Or, oh, I can add to that. Or, we can do this. Or I'll bring my generator. Don't worry about it. I've got this. Okay, we can find another this. Or it's really beautiful because it
That
just makes
is.
you know that you are walking in a path of opportunities.
Yes.
And you can never gauge it. I just am always in the state of being happy and honoring it because it's like, oh my God, this is so cool. Oh my God, it's like I'm always excited. And sometimes I get bored that I get so excited. I'm like, look, this is kind of getting old, let me just
Not
be
a bad
mellow.
problem to have, Nadira.
No, it's not, but it's a mellow thing, we've been gracious to just receive a grant from, it's called Gulf South, for the new Green Deal. Now, how much more green can I be, right?
That sounds perfect.
It's like, duh. Then we have Try Water is one of our sponsors. It is a Black-owned water alkaline based out of the Appalachian Mountains in Georgia, but they are
Wow.
based here in New Orleans.
Amazing.
Dr. Kendra Health Nut System is a herbalist, a nutritionist, and she is these amazing herbs and healthy things for you. We've got a support with Pontilli Coffee, which is one of our family's near dear friends who, whenever I say, Pastor Mel, I need another door, I've got the doors. Or Pastor Mel, I need to see if you could pick up, 85 doors, 64 this, and 67 of this. Okay. All right. Let me get back with you. And there it is. So, it's kind of like, man. So Pontilli Coffee heralds plant outdoor and indoor plants. I'm naming them because they're just amazing. Jamnola. Jamnola is this art immersion experience that recycles it into art. So when you go to see Jamnola, you're like, the floors have Mardi Gras beads all over them. They've infused recycling in every aspect
Wow.
of
That
this
is
art
amazing.
immersion experience. So I'm really just flattered.
And I am very honored to be a part of your collaboration. I'm so excited to see the fusion of organic, cleaning up, art, food, vibrancy in New Orleans. It just feels like such a fitting place for this to take place. And I'm so honored. So thank you.
My
And
pleasure.
please let me know if there's anything else you'd like people to know about the event coming up.
No, we need your support. $1 will do, $3 will do. If you go on our webpage and you go to donate, anything you donate automatically puts you in if you're not in New Orleans, we send you the link. I'm the primary person sending out emails because I need to understand the best way to do it as a system. So I'm still developing systems and norms. I have people who say, no, I didn't get your email. And then other people's are getting them. And I'm like, I'm sending them out and I'm going, oh, it must be some warp in the universe that I'm missing.
Well, so tell me your website and then I'll also leave links on the description box.
Thank you. It's www.the-recycle-challenge.com.
Perfect. And they can find everywhere to donate, everywhere to be online. Okay, awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm so excited to see you. I'll be there
I'm
Thursday.
excited too. And you should give me a call like tomorrow because I need to talk to you about where you're going to be at, how it's going to look, what's going to happen, all of that. So I can make sure I have your buy-in on what you want to do while you're here.
Okay.
But let's talk tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to you representing Glass Half Full and doing your beautiful Indian. Are you doing Sanskrit, aren't you?
It's Urdu.
It's Urdu. So you're going to be doing Urdu. And, people are not expecting, I haven't told anyone much about you. This Raven Speak is going to do something you're not expecting, and bruh. And they're like, what you do? I said, bruh, you just got to see, you just got to see, you just got to know when you see it, word. So it's kind of like, they're like, so what is this chick? Like she's Raven, she's like a Raven speaks. What is that, man? I said, man, she's a poet. It's like, oh, okay. So, it's a very interesting conversations that are taking place. And I
Sounds
would like
it.
for you and Linda, I just saw Chuck Perkins just a moment ago here at St. Roch's. I was going to see if we can all get together and I can introduce you on my platform and introduce you guys. So know that I'll be in touch with that. But thank you so much, Neena.
Thank
Raven
you.
Speak, for this opportunity. Anytime I can share what we're doing, it's really great. And anytime I can share it with my old home of Denver, because, I still call Denver a place that I lived.
Denver loves you and we support you.
Well, I know this be true. I have some folks who are coming in from Denver. We're still trying to get airplane tickets and stuff figured out for them. Like, I don't know where to go. What do I do? I'm like, look, bruh, let's just breathe. We just got to all breathe. It's going to work. I don't know how it's going to work yet, but I have faith that it's going to work. So we've got a lot of things. Thank you for your vibrant energy. And I look forward to seeing you soon. So let's talk.
Yes, I will call you tomorrow.
All right, dear heart. Thank you so much.